Joined now by Democratic strategist Richard Goodstein and former special assistant to President George W. Bush, Ron Christie. Great to have you both. All right, Mr. Goodstein, if Hillary does manage to win tonight, I mean, that would be something, considering that Bernie Sanders is, he's a local hero. You know, he's a hometown guy. So if Hillary is able to do it, first of all, what's the likelihood of Hillary actually being able to pull it out in New Hampshire?
Well, I mean, there was a CNN poll yesterday that had her down 26. Bernie's been up by 20, 30 points really since this race has been polled heavily as of a month or two ago. So I don't think, I mean, the reason that she didn't give anybody a straight answer to that question is I think it seems perfectly obvious that Bernie Sanders is going to win. The question is to me, what the media does he win by 20? Or does he win by, say, the low teens or maybe even the single digits? If it's the latter,
right,
she's the comeback kid, right? She's exactly, I mean, Bill Clinton, for all the fanfare about New Hampshire, he lost to Paul Tsongas in 1992 by 8 or 9 points, and he was the comeback kid.
Right,
so
and
she can actually shrink
to be
it.
the comeback kid. That was
exactly
brilliant on his part.
And
she won in 2008 against Barack
right,
Obama. Sorry to interrupt you. So we'll see what happens there. But Bernie, as you said, really has to win by a wide margin to propel his momentum onto South Carolina in Super Tuesday, right?
Absolutely. Look, so again, remember, so the Democrats and Republicans calendar now kind of crosses. The Democrats go to first Nevada, then South Carolina. The Republicans go to South Carolina first. So, look, the fact of the matter is Iowa, New Hampshire, and Vermont, Bernie Sanders' home state, are the 3 whitest states in the union. Lucky for him that we had such a non-diverse constituency. And remember, the talk 2 weeks ago was, what if Bernie wins the first 2 states? Well, he lost the first one, not by much. So we know it's going to be, at worst for Hillary, a break-even proposition. And if the national polls hold, if all the polls in South Carolina and these other states hold, she actually is looking in pretty good shape.
Okay, let's bring in Ron to talk about the GOP side of things. And obviously, we know, Ron, that Donald Trump can win in the polls, but can he get people physically in the polls in New Hampshire?
I think that's the big question. Good afternoon, Lori.
Hi.
If you look at what happened in Iowa, of course, Trump was all about his name. He was all about getting people into the stadium, but could he get the ground game out there to get the folks to actually go to the polls and vote for him? So I'm looking for a little bit of a surprise tonight. I think Donald Trump will pull this out, but the question is, and a lot of people are wondering, who's going to place? Who's going to show? And I think what we're going to see tonight, it's going to be a good night for the Republican governors who are still in this race. Marco Rubio, the senator from Florida, I think took a very bad stumble during the debate last week that's hurt him. The momentum from his strong, surprising third-place finish has really evaporated. So the question is, does a John Kasich, who has really been surging, a Jeb Bush, who's looking really good, or even Chris Christie get on the winner's platform tonight in second or third?
Ron, you're not even mentioning Senator Cruz. Obviously, the New Hampshire demographic, few evangelicals there, right? So it doesn't exactly suit him. I think Cruz himself has the bar set so low, he's already zooming on to the next location, right, to the next primary.
I think that's right, Lori. I think Senator Cruz could do very well tonight. He could surprise and come in third, but I think he's already got his eyes on South Carolina, where he's going to do surprisingly well with the evangelical community, out to Nevada. But Senator Cruz, at least, from having his ticket punched last week, doesn't have as much at stake tonight as some of those governors who, if they don't win tonight, they're going to be going home.
Richard, we've heard a lot, I don't know if I could say a lot, but a lot of rumblings from Michael Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York City. What do you think he's looking at in New Hampshire? Is there an outcome that would encourage Bloomberg to officially enter this race? Or what kind of factor, how is he messing or influencing things right now?
Right. So I would be prepared to bet any one of your viewers, you included, that if Hillary Clinton is the Democratic nominee, Michael Bloomberg is going to stay out of this race. He sees no reason to get into a race where Hillary Clinton is the standard bearer for the Democrats. And it would have to take the biggest banana peel in the world